Well, my dream, I used to be a college administrator, and one of my dreams when I was that some of the boundaries between the different parts of the college would be overstepped, that people really would understand each other by meeting each other. So there are things you can do as a faculty member that you can't do as an administrator. I certainly respect administrators and the challenges they face. When faculty members get together like this, then there's almost no limit to what we can pull off, I think. And this project was an example of that, I think. I had a number of hopes and expectations. I hoped that the students in our college level classes would really build new human relations, sort of like what Veronica was talking about. Not in my wildest dreams did I think that there would be things like the relationship that she's talking about. I hoped for those things, but I didn't really expect them. And this was a brand new experience for me, so as it was for everyone here. I hope that would happen. In addition to that, I wanted the college students in particular, knowing that in sociology and political science there's the idea of the ups and the downs, and how the ups usually don't understand the downs. The downs have to understand the ups, but the ups don't have to understand the downs. And whether we like it or not, in colleges and universities and in all the educational spectrum, there are these preconceptions about who's up and who's down. So I assumed that most of the college level students had not taken the opportunity or felt that they had the opportunity to get to know pre-college students, developmental education students or ESL students. So what I really hoped was is that they would get a better perspective into those people's lives and the challenges that they face. Then another hope or expectation, in speaking with Carmen, I know that one of the major aims of basic skills education is to get people to go beyond basic skills into the college curriculum. So I certainly hoped that by meeting our students, and by our students meeting those students, there would be more chances of transitions, and that the students would continue their education beyond either ESL or ABE/GED or developmental education. So those are some hopes and expectations. I had some fears and concerns. I thought that, knowing my students, it occurred to me that some of them would not be able to conduct an interview well enough to gather 10 to 14 minutes worth of material. Well, 10 to 14 minutes is for two people together. It's 2 5 to 7 minute speeches, so I tried to break it to them in those terms. But most of them had never done a 10 to 14 minute presentation before. So I really was concerned that this would be an embarrassment and a failure. Not only would my students be disappointed, but the students that they were interviewing might be disappointed. In addition to that, I thought, again, they might not follow through. And in fact, a couple of them didn't follow through. They sort of made things up and maybe didn't appear on the day they're supposed to speak. It wasn't as many as I had feared. And I was concerned that some of our students might drop out of the class, as some always do, and thereby leave their subject unreported. I would not want to be in that situation if someone started interviewing me and was going to give a speech about me and hype this up, and I was talking to my friends and my fellow students, and then they disappear and don't do the speech about me. Fortunately, we were talking before about the numbers of students. In your package, you'll have a spreadsheet that shows the students from the college level class and who they were paired up with. What you'll see on that handout is that there are many red strike-throughs and eliminations, because somebody in the pair of college level students would disappear, or perhaps one of their subjects from ESL, ABE, GED, or the developmental education class would disappear. So we had a lot. I was concerned about that. Fortunately, it was not as big of, it did not turn out to be as bad as I feared. So then, what else? Yes, talk a little bit about the college students. Difficulties and challenges that they face. You've already heard how much a logistical challenge this is. At Clover Park, we're really fortunate in that the ESL classroom, the ABE/GED wing, and the college level class that I teach, and the developmental education class are all within about 80 feet of each other. Otherwise, I can't begin to imagine how many people would have lost track of each other. there were times in our speech class when I could say, someone would come and say, I can't find my subject. I would say, okay, go on over. You may leave class, go find them. And fortunately for me, Heather and Roger and Glenn were extremely accommodating. They just let the student come in, let them talk, and let them leave. And I think that was an advantage we had that a lot of places did not have. So, as you see, some of the meetings did have to be postponed. I remember one of the adult students in the speech class, very confident person under normal circumstances, came to me. She got her subject a day or so after the other people because she was gone. And I gave her the name, I said, you can go on over. She said, well, may I meet my subject now? I said, yes. Would you walk over there with me? This is a mature adult woman. She said, I'm a little shy. So indeed, I walked her over. I don't remember which person it was, but that showed me that even though they were used to my dropping marbles on them and forcing them to do things, this was still going to be a little bit uncomfortable. And let's see, what else? Difficulties and challenges. Yes, well, some of the students didn't get enough information to attend the 40-minute presentation, so they spoke for 8 minutes or 6 minutes and 30 seconds. I think that was still better than not doing it at all, but it was unfortunate. And I have one more here.